Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, the fast-paced action RPG based on the popular Solo Leveling franchise, has just been released. Head on over to Steam to begin Sung Jin-Woo's epic journey to become Shadow Monarch today.
Today's stories include Eidos-Montreal lays off staff, Kojima is giving a keynote at GDC, and Saudi Arabia will own 93% of EA. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Blessing, Adeoye Jr. Joining me is the LaCroix Poppy, Tim Geddes.
It's been one of them ones, Bless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
It's been one of those mornings where, as I've been building KFGD, I was like, oh no, here we go. It just got worse and worse.
It's just a lot of bad news. It's just like, why? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least Kojima's doing something cool, I guess.
A keynote.
Yeah.
No, write in with your super chats. That's what I need.
Yeah, give us something to talk about here.
Give us stuff to talk about.
There is a positive, negative discussion I do want to have real quick.
Okay.
And it's something that happens often in our field of work, but I feel like there are certain like lightning rod tentpole moments when certain games come out from certain publishers that just cause people to go insane.
Sure.
And like, maybe it's just because I reviewed Metroid Prime 4 yesterday that my entire life's algorithm has just been the most insane people with the most insane thoughts left, right, and center. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how people can not get that everyone has a different opinion. And like, I didn't see a single Metroid Prime 4 review yesterday. Not a single one. And I read a ton of them. I watched a ton of videos. I didn't see a single one that I was like, they're off base.
Yeah.
Whether it was high, whether it was low, I think the numbers just drive people insane. And it's like, Eurogamer gave it a 3 out of 5. VGC gave it a 3 out of 5. But then people are calling that a 60 out of 100, which feels so different.
Yeah.
You know? Giant Bomb gave it a 100 out of 100. No, they didn't. They gave it a 5 out of 5.
Hey, that's perfect. It's a perfect video game.
No, it's not.
It's a 10 out of 10.
On their scale.
It's a million out of. They give it a million out of a million.
Tim, are you saying we should abolish numbers and math? Because I'm with you. I'll be behind that.
just blow it all up. You know what I mean? It's just funny, man. There's just always, there has to be conversation on conversation. And look, we're literally having the conversation here. I get it. We're part of it. But I just think that there's a due diligence to playing a game and like putting your opinion into a way that people can understand how you feel about the thing, that all the people that reviewed the game yesterday did. And like an 8 out of 10 is a great score.
Oh, dude, it was fun. It was so fun, like watching chat as like Logan gave it an 8 out of 10. You gave it a 9 out of 10. Two very close, like closest you can be without being the same score. And we would have swore Logan hated the game.
Exactly. And it's crazy too, because it's like, I get it. Like, I understand that a Metroid Prime game getting an 8 is a big deal. And it's like the difference between an 8 and a 9 there for a Metroid Prime game is sizable. Like, and it's something worth talking about. That's what we did.
Yeah.
We talked about it, right? Like, and it's just so funny. And overall, I feel like people have been pretty cool about our review, but seemingly every other review out there, like, the crazies are out. The crazies are on the internet.
The crazies are always out, though.
I know.
I noticed this with like every review where I'm like, man, what are people on? If you're watching a review, or here's my thing. Here's what I'll say. You don't have to watch reviews, guys. You don't have to care about reviews. If you don't like hearing other people's opinion or hearing numbers or whatever, you don't even need to look at Metacritic. You don't need to care what anybody else thinks about a video game but yourself.
The thing that like really confuses me is I understand people wanting to listen to this because they're excited for these games or they're interested in these games, whatever it is. I love this shit. Like I just said, I probably listened to 3 hours worth of Metroid Prime 4 reviews yesterday. Like I myself played it, but I was interested in hearing other people's thoughts. Like, there is so much value and entertainment in the content people are making there. But the amount of people that legitimately think that game journalists and media are trying to tank the Metacritic score.
Well, here's the thing, right? You give it an 8 out of 10, and then people are going to lose their jobs. That's the critics' fault. You know what I mean? That's all on fucking Logan.
It's just
or whoever.
It's just it's so.
Tim, there were a lot of fantasy critic teams on the line.
And
like, how could you?
How could you? Fantasy critic. it's a net positive. You know what I mean? Like, it's a net positive here. But also, it has made me more critical of critics.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's a net positive. It's a fun thing, but it is, I think there is a warped framework people now have with fantasy.
But also that was before Fantasy Critic. Like, people always
fair, but I think it emboldens it a little bit.
Emboldens me, because here's the thing: you're gonna tell me that to a T. Actually, no, I didn't have to a T on my thing because that was Greg's. I got that in a different league. You're gonna tell me that WonderStop was in a 90. The WonderStop. We gotta be real about what we're giving games on the scores. All right.
Did you play WonderStop?
No, I don't give a fuck about WonderStop, but I had it on my thing. I had it on my Fantasy Critic, and so guys, we gotta be better.
But this the bullshit that you're spouting right now. At least it's coming from somewhere with like an end goal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You are trying to win a game.
I ain't trying to win a metagame that ultimately I don't care about that much. People do care about video game reviews and all this shit way too much. And like, I get it. I care about conversation. I care about art. I care about opinions. Like, I understand a certain side of it where you want to be in the discussion about like what a game that is coming out that you care about is doing. But at the end of the day, there's got to be a line where it's like, it can't care that deeply.
I remember when Jeff Gerstmann gave Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess an 8.8 at GameSpot, and it felt this way. It felt the way of, whoa, not even a 9. Like the Zelda game that we've been waiting for. This is the one after Wind Waker. This is the one that when the trailer dropped, we all fucking cried. And it's just an 8.8. You know what I mean? And it's like, this review entirely backed that up.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you look at other reviews and other people are higher. Some people were lower, whatever it is. But GameSpot giving that game at that time, that score, threw people into a tizzy. But it's like, yeah, but that great power, great responsibility, all that stuff. It's just like, y'all need to understand, and I'm not talking to y'all, like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People just need to think through from point A to point Z with the whole thing. And it reminds me too of the Game Awards. Like, there's so much Game Awards conversation going on. It's like, anybody that's thinking that Jeff Keighley is picking the freaking nominees, grow up.
People only believe that as conspiracy theory.
But that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Is so many people must do.
Oh, but we've lost that war. Like, this thing is, you can't speak sense into a masses that is senseless. It is pluribus out there. They're fucking hive mind.
My favorite from last year that a newer one I saw when we were reacting to the Game Awards were some people coming in and being like, why are they acting and pretending they know all of the winners already and shit? It's like, no, we don't, that's not how that works,
that's
man.
Simply not how that works. And it concerns me because there are people that I would say I respect in the industry that I see on social media saying that Death Stranding 2 is there because Jeff loves
Oh,
Kojima.
yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
You're putting that out there. Like, you might be being sarcastic or something, but it doesn't read that way. And I don't think it is that. And that's very concerning to me.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's a deeper conversation we'd have about, like, how that feeds into this fucking internet obsession, I guess, right? Like, people are just too online and they believe things that they read that are just, like, coming from places of trying to deceive people. And people believe shit because we're too online. Let's go outside. Let's touch grass. And let's also not care that much about people's opinions on things. Because, like, if I came to Tim and I was like, hey, Tim, how do you feel about Fairly Odd Parents? And Tim is like, I think it's great, not amazing. I'm not going to be like, fuck you, Tim. Like, you fucking, what agenda do you have? Like, no, it's like, I came to you for your opinion. Y'all are doing the same thing when you watch reviews, when you read reviews. Cut people some slack. That's the moral of the story. Cut people some slack. Because we got a heavy KFGD, so let's get into it. Remember, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy. How do you feel about Fairly Odd Parents?
I loved it.
Okay, good. You're safe.
Yeah, I'm safe.
The nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free. Watch us record them live and get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be a part of the show, send me your thoughts and opinions as YouTube super chats as we go. Housekeeping for you. We're an 11-person business, all about live talk shows. So today, after KFGD, you're going to get Gamescast. That's a lie. You're going to get In Review before Gamescast.
That's kind of a lie. You're getting a screencast. It's interesting. So, like, because here's obviously we have Kind of Funny In Review where we rank, review, and recap different movie franchises.
Yep.
But then there's just a lot of times where it's like, we're just talking about movies and TV stuff, but like, We have screencasts, but it's all on the in-review feed. It gets a little messy. We're talking about movies. We're talking about our most anticipated 2026 movies, and I'm very excited because we got some bangers coming up next year. Fingers crossed.
When are we getting the Avengers movie?
Next year.
No shot.
Guess what else we're getting?
Dune?
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
No way.
And Dune.
No way.
Dune 3.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, man. And the Odyssey. Oh, stay tuned for screencasts.
This isn't going to happen because I keep making promises to myself that I'll never keep. But I want to make next year. I want to try to make next year the year where I watch a lot more movies. Not just new movies. I want to watch old movies.
No, I like that for you.
I just want to watch fucking movies.
You know what could guarantee that, Bless?
What's
Because I
that?
know there's an in review a lot of people have been asking for that I think you should be on. It's called Shrek in Review.
Oh, dude, Shrek in Review. If you ever
And
do
that new Shrek movie, Tim, it's coming.
Is that next year?
No, it got delayed.
No.
It got delayed. I promise you, when the time comes, we will do Shrek in Review. They just keep pushing this thing.
Listen, Shrek in Review, that's calling my name. All right? I love me some
There's
Shrek.
going to be a fight for who's on Shrek in Review, and that's hilarious.
Dude, I need to be on Shrek in Review. I fucking love Shrek as a kid. I also wanted to shout out, of course, we announced this yesterday. I want to reiterate it today. The inaugural Kind of Funny Games Daily Awards is happening. Kind of Funny Games Daily is literally nothing without the hard work of an entire industry. So we're going to celebrate the people who make the news each and every day. Nominate your favorite sites, authors, and stories at kindoffunny.com/awards so we can show some love before the end of the year. That's kindoffunny.com/awards. And so, like we mentioned, after KFGD is in review /screencast, which is our most anticipated movies of 2026. After that is Gamescast, which is our Octopath Traveler 0 review. Then the stream is Elden Ring Nightreign, getting ready for the DLC. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is about the relief of finally being able to talk about an embargoed video game. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen.
Starting with our number 1. This is a report from game developer Embracer-owned Eidos-Montreal lays off staff. This is from Diego Arguello. Deus Ex and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy developer Eidos-Montreal is reportedly laying off staff for the second time this year. According to a report by Insider Gaming published yesterday, the Embracer-owned studio has laid off at least a dozen employees. Quote, I was hit by the recent Eidos layoffs, so I'm looking for a new design leadership role and would appreciate your support, reads a LinkedIn post from one impacted employee. Quote, Eidos-Montreal got served with one of those Mondays. We had to part ways with some incredible talent due to gestures at everything, said a current worker at the studio last week before listing and vouching for 12 employees. Neither Eidos-Montreal nor Embracer has acknowledged the reported job cuts publicly. Back in April of this year, the developer laid off 75 workers, the reason being that one of its mandates had come to an end. At the time, the studio also added that the cuts weren't a reflection of the dedication or skills of its staff. According to sources speaking to Insider Gaming, most projects at the studio have reportedly been canceled. Now, it seems to focus for Eidos-Montreal to keep on supporting Microsoft and Xbox on games like Grounded 2 and Fable. Quote, there's also another internal project that started development in 2019, which, sources say, has no way of recouping its current costs, continues the report. Once those projects are finalized, additional staff reductions are already forecasted, said the sources to Insider Gaming.
It never ends, man. And it just sucks that it just becomes the same story over and over, and it just becomes a gesture at everything. And it's like, man, what is the everything? And we could look at it and we're like, it's a bunch of shareholders and it's a bunch of people that are looking at just numbers and names on the spreadsheet, and they're not thinking about the names, right?
How do we make number go up? And it's by cutting people out.
And we're just cutting and cutting and cutting, and really at a certain point, and I feel like we're there already, what's left? Like, how many teams are even left? When we're talking about the Eidos-Montreal's a couple of weeks ago, Crystal Dynamics, like, we're talking about these big studios that are so key and important to the industry, and they are slowly disappearing. Like, at what point is Eidos-Montreal just completely gone? Right now, it's support. Eidos-Montreal is going to be support.
Which, like, I know that doesn't mean it's completely gone, but in my heart already, like, that means it's completely gone.
I mean, we think of, like, how many times have we told the story of the Activision situations with their teams where they had so many dozens, it felt like, of talented teams making different projects, and then all of a sudden Call of Duty becomes a hit, and it just becomes Call of Duty map makers over and over and over, and we lost so much talent in original ideas, and I mean even non-original ideas, just non Call of Duty ideas, right?
Yeah.
And now you see this, it's happening here too. And it's like, you look at Crystal Dynamics and it's like, are we ever going to see this Tomb Raider game? It's been years. And it's like,
you
look
had
at
big
it,
layoffs.
Yeah, they just did.
Just did, yeah.
And it's like crazy to think about it, where that list of games that we were kind of looking forward to, the Wonder Woman, Iron Man, James Bond, Tomb Raider, and
I mean, Black Panther was one of them.
Black Panther, right? Of all the ones I just named, half of them are canceled.
Yeah.
Right? And like, it seems like James Bond is actually going to come out.
Yep.
That's semi-surprising to me, but
yeah, I mean, I think that one is even less surprising just because that's a studio that's not owned by a bigger conglomerate, right? Like they, not that Square Enix is known for shutting all this shit down, but I feel like when we're getting into these conversations, it's a lot of these studios that are owned by publishers or owned by bigger corporations that are looking at that bottom line and looking at these teams and like the amount of teams they own and go, okay, well, we have some games that are successful. We have some games that are moderately successful. And like at a certain point, success doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
Let's cut shit, right? Like we got to figure out how to make that line continually go up because we're a big company, we have big expectations for where we need money to go.
Yeah. And that continues to happen. And here we are looking at this Deus Ex.
Oh man, don't get me started.
Those games,
fucking love Deus Ex.
Those games are loved.
Yeah.
Those games did well. Those games sold well. They reviewed well. They are talked about with reverence. If a new one was announced, people would be excited.
People would be excited,
As many people as a Call of Duty? No.
Yeah, not even close.
But how could you expect that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, maybe Call of Duty might be too big of a thing to bring up. It's like, well, then what are we talking about here?
I mean, their previous game being Guardians of the Galaxy,
which I loved.
A game that a lot of people really liked. Obviously, like the best game in the world, no. But like a game that I don't think anybody would be like, this game's trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like either it was okay or good or great. Like I feel like people rotate in that. And at the very least, I think if they made a Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they could have really made it shine and made it an even better game that would have done better as far as numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't remember clearly, but I feel like it probably underperformed.
Probably. I mean, yeah, also it came out at the worst time imaginable.
Sure.
And following up Avengers, the game, which like felt like just baggage to all of it. Like,
that was also the era where every Western release Square Enix had they always said this didn't hit our expectations. So and that started the whole like, what are your expectations for video games?
Avengers though is like a really good one to point out in the story of Guardians of the Galaxy because like I think if Avengers wasn't as bad as it was, I think Guardians would have had a lot more hype going into
Avengers
it.
was Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many factors there of like, wow, you fucked up the Avengers brand for video games. And Crystal Dynamics, hot off of 3 banger Tomb Raiders, to some extent, banger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy is such an interesting one where it's like, I truly feel like it is one of the games that I would put down as like a hidden gem. You know,
I can see that, yeah.
It is one of those games that like I don't know a single person that's played it in recent years that hasn't been like, what the hell? Why didn't people love this game? You know, and that's so sad that like, yeah, we're never gonna get a Guardians 2, and like that makes sense to some extent given where we're at with superheroes and video games and all of that. But at the same time, how did we get here, and how do we get to the point that now the Eidos-Montreal is a support team helping out Grounded 2?
Yeah.
No shade to Grounded too, but
I mean, no shade to that because like there's been a lot of Microsoft, their teams have been doing that a lot, right? As far as having support studios, namely, I believe Crystal Dynamics is doing the same thing with Perfect Dark, which got canceled.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Perfect Dark. That's another one of them, right?
Yeah, and like when that first started happening, I could see a bit of that vision of, okay, cool. Like you got this big game that you're working on. You have a studio that's available to help you out with this thing while they're doing their own individual, projects and stuff. Yeah, work together. That's cool to see Microsoft partnering with these. I forget if they're Square Enix at the time or if this is always like post Square Enix, but seeing Microsoft partner with these non-Microsoft studios to make these games, cool. To see where we're at now, where it's like, I like fucking Perfect Dark isn't happening. That then leads to layoffs at Crystal Dynamics. We're at a place where we're getting layoffs at Eidos-Montreal, which I like it's hard to pinpoint exactly how we got here. I don't want to just blame Xbox or whatever, because I'm sure there's many different factors here. But yeah, like it feels like it all kind of fell apart in a way that it shouldn't, in a way that you hate to see, I guess.
You really hate to see it. Yeah. And the support studio conversation is very interesting because a couple days ago, was it weeks ago? Time is crazy right now for me. Nintendo acquired what was formerly their Bandai Namco kind of support studio, which is now Nintendo Singapore, and that really felt like a lateral move. Like the numbers that it was sold for and stuff were not astronomically high, and it really kind of just felt like Nintendo just made this purchase to keep the team so that they can keep supporting the projects, or else this was going to happen to Bandai Namco Singapore. And like the writing was on the wall, so Nintendo had to come in and be like, hey, we're essentially purchasing this just to be able to make sure that the people that we have helping us aren't gone next
they
month,
can continue
right?
to do that.
And that's a terrifying position for these support studios to be in, that unless there is a company out there that sees the value and is like, we need you, you're not needed.
Yeah.
Tough shit, man.
Real tough. Let's move on to story number 2. Kojima is going to deliver GDC's first keynote in 5 years at the GDC Festival of Gaming, as they're calling
Festival
it.
of Gaming.
Festival of Gaming. Fucking Alphaba and Glinda are there. This comes directly from a press release. GDC Festival of Gaming is proud to announce that acclaimed creator and studio founder Hideo Kojima will headline the event with a keynote address reflecting on the bold leap to establish Kojima Productions 10 years ago, titled Restarting from Zero, a message to creators considering independence. The keynote marks GDC's first in 5 years and signals the event's transformation into the GDC Festival of Gaming, a global gathering for the full game-making ecosystem, returning to San Francisco March 9th through the 13th, 2026.
It's fucking cool, man. I love keynotes.
Yeah? You're a big
Keynotes
keynote
are
guy?
rad. Hell yeah, dude. Give people an opportunity to go up there and like talk about whatever the hell they want.
You know what? I fuck with it too, actually.
Yeah.
I'd watch
Get
this
great
Kojima
information from
keynote.
that. This might give us headlines for a week.
Now, this is what I want, right? Do you think they're going to have Kojima up there with a host, or do you think it's just going to be Kojima solo dolo? Because
It'll probably be, I mean, a translator at the very least.
Oh, for sure, it's translator. Yeah. Because how do we get involved?
Yeah,
this is in San Francisco, and if not even in this, how do we get Kojima to like, stop by?
I feel like that is if his schedule allows.
Of course.
I don't want to say a sure thing,
but we got to get in there early.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Greg's already in his DMs being incredibly annoying.
Yeah. We gotta find another person aside from Greg that has the connections.
Hey,
we need somebody who's like more
the man who changed his life.
Refined.
Roger the Tastemaker Picorni, I feel like could be that new connect for us, you know.
I like that. We send Roger.
Yeah.
Greg did it wasn't actually I think it was a keynote for RTX Sydney in 2017. Greg did a one-on-one thing with Kojima. What you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like he did it. And it was great.
I know GDC people watch this. Run that back with Greg.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't want to go that far, Roger, like Barrett mentioned, had a big impact on Kojima's life. I feel like we could
impact on Kojima's life.
I feel like
it's true. The man posts about Caroline Polachek every other day.
Yes, I feel like we can get a Roger segment, and it could feed into like the Kojima. What was this? A message to creators considering independence, restarting from zero. I guess it doesn't have anything to do with that, but you can loop this into like a creativity conversation where inspiration comes from.
I like it.
Roger Picorni, you know,
he's my inspiration.
Exactly, and he's Kojima's inspiration.
Yeah,
just get him on stage for a second. That's all I'm saying.
I think that we're really thinking about this the wrong way.
What's
Greg's been there, done that. Roger already got the credit.
Yeah,
we need to send our best.
We're not sending Mike.
Nick Scarpino.
Oh.
Sending Nick Scarpino.
Yes.
Actually, no, we are sending. We should send Mike. Could you imagine? What do you think Nick would talk to Kojima about?
I mean, he would ask him a couple of questions about Metal Gear Solid 5, because I think that's a game that he actually played, right?
Yeah. And then he'd talk about 80s movies.
But then it would transition to Dune, the game, and then Cyberpunk.
And then Heat with Sandra Bullock.
And then Heat with Sandra Bullock.
I feel like there's something there as far as the Matrix game that Kojima never made.
Yeah.
They'd probably be a very good conversation. Is Nick into the Matrix? How can he not be?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like his thing. I associate more with Paris than Nick, but
Oh yeah, Paris does love Matrix.
but yeah, everyone, like, you should check this out. It's like still really good. The definitive interview with Greg Miller with Hideo Kojima.
Wow.
It's on our YouTube channel, and this is from 8 years ago in 2017, which was right before the Switch came out, and this was one of the first places in the world people could actually play the Switch 1.
Mhm.
And
Oh, I remember. I know where you're leading this.
Yeah.
I remember this video.
hold on, I'm sending one more video to Assets Barrett, because if y'all don't know, one of the greatest moments in Kind of Funny history was Greg Miller playing 1-2 Switch before it came out with Hideo Kojima, and they wore little hats, little cowboy hats.
What a life.
I didn't realize that's where this was. What was this, PAX?
This is RTX
Oh, RTX.
Wait, was there-
Australia.
Oh, never mind. At first, I thought there was a typo in the lower third, but just the F, real quick, looks like a J. God,
So silly.
can you imagine doing this with Kojima? I'd be shaking.
I got him. That's right. That's
And he does the revolver ocelot thing with the Joy-Con at one point.
Oh, so good. Wow,
Anyways,
that's wonderful. But yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting stuff. I hope they stream this or broadcast this. I would like to watch. I assume they would. This is their first one in 5 years.
yeah, they probably will, because they stream the awards and they stream like the concert series they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should. I mean, it's Kojima. They
yeah.
should stream this. So, we're gonna hop into story number 3. But before we do, I want to tell you about Patreon.com/kindafunny and YouTube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can go and get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad free. And speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
The wait is over. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, the action RPG based on the popular solo leveling franchise, is now available on Steam. As I previously mentioned, I'm a huge solo leveling fan, and this game comes at the perfect time as everyone is patiently waiting for the next season of the anime. But now I can dive into this world and feel what it's like to actually be Sung Jin-woo as he continues to fight to become the strongest hunter. And I can even join up to 3 friends for some co-op raids to defeat incredible bosses and see who really is the best. If you don't know the story, players will work their way up as Sung Jin-woo, an E-rank nobody that no one wants in their raiding party, clawing their way up to becoming the powerful Shadow Monarch. Players can create their own version of Sung Jin-woo, customizing playstyles, skills, and even appearance, so you can create your own ideal version who really stands out from the crowd. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive is available now on Steam, so get ready to experience Sung Jin-woo's next adventure.
This episode's brought to you by Sundays for Dogs. When it comes to dog food, it seems like you have to make a choice. You can either have fresh and healthy, or you can have easy to store and serve, but never both. But you don't have to choose anymore, thanks to Sundays. Unlike other fresh dog food, Sundays does not require thawing, refrigeration, or preparation because of their air drying process. You just pour and serve, that's it. Sundays is fresh, air-dried dog food made from clean ingredients. Recipes are customized based on the needs of your dog, its size, breed, allergies, activity levels, and more. If it's not 100% all-natural meat and superfoods with 0% synthetic nutrients or artificial ingredients, then it's not Sundays. Thousands of dog parents have made the switch and reported pups with more energy, better poops, softer fur, and fresher breath. Moose and Toretto have been loving their Sundays, and I love seeing them so happy. Make the switch to Sundays. Go right now to sundaysfordogs.com/kindafunny and get 50% off your first order, or you can use code kindafunny at checkout. That's 50% off your first order at sundaysfordogs.com/kindafunny, sundaysfordogs.com/kindafunny, or use code kindafunny at checkout. This episode's brought to you by Aura Frames. If you are a last-minute shopper, don't worry at all. I have the perfect gift to solve all of your problems. No lie, Aura Frames are undeniably the best gift I've ever given, and I'm going to be sad when I run out of people to give it to, because I'll never gift a gift this great again. Families, friends, partners, everyone loves being able to have beautiful frames showing off their loved ones and cherished memories. Multiple people at Kinda Funny have Aura Frames on their desks, and it's always a treat to walk by and see what fun memory is there. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box. There's unlimited storage, so you can add as many photos and videos as you like. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi with no hidden fees. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling carver mat frames, named number 1 by Wirecutter by using promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This deal is exclusive to listeners and the frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
And we're back. And I was going to open up Super Chats until I looked at my laptop and realized that I, for some reason, closed the tab with the Super Chats. I'm opening it back up, though. We're going to talk to you guys. I want to have a fun conversation. I want to have a back and forth with the audience. I like having back and forths. Here we go. It's loading.
Here we go.
I thought it'd be faster. All right, here we go. Let's start from the bottom here. Jeff Bull Jr. says, off topic, but any of you watching Pluribus? Good stuff. I am watching Pluribus. I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
It's a really good show that I'm so fascinated to see how they keep this idea going for seasons of TV. It's something that I would have thought that you do in like a movie, like one and done kind of thing, because it's so like weird and I think tough to build scenarios around, but they're fun in ways.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet. It's I can't wait. It's heard a million amazing things about it, but man, stupid baby.
Yeah.
I'm already blaming everything on her, but it's true. It's causing so much chaos in my life.
I never watched Pluribus with you. It'll be a good time. Peter Ropp writes in and says, Horses has been removed by Epic Game Store and Humble Store.
I am so interested in this saga. What is going to be the end result of this?
Yeah, I'm not. It's been one that I've only seen in passing because we brought it up recently when IGN wrote an article about it not being included on Steam and like that happening like at the release time.
I watched Alana's video on it, and it sounds, from her perspective, sounds very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But to me, there's just something weird of like,
now they're all like doing it after Steam, and especially like Reb bringing up yesterday when the GOG news came out. She was like, Epic Game Store, I think. She's like, we reviewed it on Epic Game. Like, we had a code through Epic Game Store, and now they're banning it on there. And it's, yeah. If you haven't yet, you don't understand, don't know what we're talking about. I do recommend Alana Pierce's video on it.
I can read this Verge article. And an unsettling indie game about horses keeps getting banned from stores. This is from Ash Parrish at The Verge. Horses, a first-person narrative horror game, was banned from Epic Game Store just hours before it was set to launch on December 2nd. Then, a day after launch, the Humble Store banned it as well. The decision shocked the developers at Santa Ragione, makers of the critically respected Saturnalia, as these storefronts were the homes they had found for their game 2 years ago, before it was preemptively banned from Steam. Valve and Epic says Horses violates their sexual content policies. Humble hasn't yet said why it banned the game after hosting it for several hours post-launch. However, Santa Ragione claims neither Epic nor Valve has clearly explained what exactly in the game is objectionable, and that these decisions have put the studio in peril of shutting down. The back and forth has catapulted Horses from a little-known prestige indie title to the next battleground in the fight between game storefronts, indie developers, content policies, and creative expression. Though all of the action kicked off late last month, Horse's story officially began 2 years ago. In a lengthy FAQ, the developers explained that in 2023, Horses was rejected during Steam's review process, which we talked about on a previous episode of KFGD. I'm going to jump forward in the article to see if we can get past all that stuff. In November, after Santa Ragione shared Horse's release date and the reason why it wouldn't be sold on Steam, Valve finally responded. A statement to GameDeveloper.com read, quote, "After our team played through the build and reviewed the content, we gave the developer feedback about why we couldn't ship the game on Steam, consistent with our onboarding rules and guidelines. A short while later, the developer asked us to reconsider the review, and our internal content review team discussed that extensively and communicated to the developer our final decision that we were not going to ship the game on Steam," end quote. The studio says that the Steam ban put the company in financial peril, as it completely erased our ability to find an external supporting publisher or partner to fund the rest of the game, as no one in the industry considers an indie game that cannot be released on Steam to be viable. Though the developers were able to continue work on Horses through investments from friends, unless the game's a hit, they say the studio will shut down.
What are these horses doing?
I know, that's what I'm trying to find.
So the horses are actually people wearing horse masks that are completely naked.
This was at GDC, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's from what I understand, it's it's kind of used as a commentary, I think, on labor and shit like that. From what I can parse out from it, not having played it myself, but it gets into some dark stuff, but I think there's a fine line of trying to for these companies trying to protect their audiences from gratuitous shit for just being weird and shitty for no reason, versus what this game's trying to do, which is trying to make an adult kind of piece of art having a conversation about society.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, it just sucks that, it's not, these companies aren't letting that happen.
Yeah. So to get back into some of the article that I think helps explain it a little bit more, as with Steam, Epic didn't explain what in horses triggered the ban, only referring to the policy on inappropriate and hateful/abusive content and the fact that games rated AO or adults only could not be distributed on Epic Games Store. And then jumping forward a paragraph, Santa Ragione is very clear about the kind of content Horses contains. The lengthy content warning on the game's website lists physical violence, psychological abuse, gory imagery, mutilation, blood, depictions of slavery, physical and psychological torture, domestic abuse, sexual assault, suicide, and misogyny. It also makes sense that, out of an abundance of caution, Steam would ban the version of the game it saw with the father and daughter scene, which it's a long article, so I might have skipped over the father and daughter scene part. Maybe we'll get back there. Continuing on, quote, the scene is not sexual in any way, but it is possible that the juxtaposition is what triggered the flag, Riva told IGN. But what makes less sense is the platform's refusal to reevaluate the game or at least explain its reasoning. Quote, we believe Steam intentionally keeps its policy opaque, so it does not have to stand by clear rules and adjust decisions to whatever best serves the platform at any given moment. Okay. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say, is that I feel like games deserve to have the space to be art and express and have things to say. And this is me still not understanding the exact full context, but them even reading the things that they express here, right? As far as the content warning shit. Obviously, there's a bunch of fucked up shit in the game. If they're expressing something that I think is, I guess, worthy art, that is something that feels like, it is speaking from a place of we have something to say and we're using these elements, not just to show off, not just to be a sexy game, not just to be a, gratuitously fucked up thing. If we're making art here, then art should be able to exist on these platforms.
Yeah, it's complicated because there's an argument that the other side's art too, right?
Sure.
Just having something to say makes it more valuable art than an art that is just hey, I like naked people.
Sure.
I just feel to me the big problem here is you got to be clear about what the reasoning is.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have rules, you got to have rules, and just tell them what it is that made it that they're banned from the stores. But then being banned from all the other stores, it's well, there's something there.
Yeah, but I wonder how much of this is coming off of earlier in the year we had the discussions about the fucking payment processing companies cracking down on certain things and that leading to possible censorship and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a whole big conversation that I think we're going to continue having in the industry. I just want it to end in a place where it's agreeable. I want art to exist and art to be able to feel like it can go there, right? And obviously, to your point, where is the line as far as sex and sex being a thing where it is this is purely for people to enjoy the sex of it, or this is sex that's saying something, right? It's a weird line to make.
It is. And who gets to make that decision?
Yeah, who gets to make that decision?
Not me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't
want to be the person to make the decision. More super chats for you. Junior Sherman 67 says, Tim, do I get Metroid Dread or Prime 4?
Fuck, man.
Dread.
Hey,
Dread.
real talk. Metroid Dread's awesome. And in the wake of me playing Metroid Prime 4, I keep thinking about Metroid Dread. I'm also thinking about Metroid Prime 4. I I think the answer is Prime 4. I think that you should play Prime 4, and I think that if you're going to fall in love with it and want to play more, I think it's better to do Prime 4 and then Dread instead of the other way. I think Dread, even just the timeline of the story of Samus, of where she is, the Prime series are more like prequels. They're like kind of in between some of the earlier games. Dread's at the very end of the timeline. And I think that is really showcased well in the game via her moveset and the way that the game kind of functions with a lot of the slide and the parry and all that stuff, and just how fucking badass Samus is. Samus has never been and probably will never be as badass as she was in Dread. Mm-hmm. She's so fucking cool.
She was really cool.
She's so fucking cool. And she's cool in Prime 4, but she's like literally maybe 1/4 as cool as she is in Metroid Dread.
Mr. Straight Fire says, blessings, right? I stand by the fact that PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale is 9 out of 10. I've never loved a 74 on meta as much. Revisit, guys. I love that this started of like, oh yeah, blessings, right? Who cares about review opinions? But also, everybody revisit PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I respect it. I won't. Let's see here. Giar writes in and says, Friday, went to One More Time Daft Punk tribute. Dope.
Cool.
I love that I'm slowly turning this into like a Daft Punk channel.
Hell yeah, man.
With all these Daft Punk things. I was listening to this morning.
Good.
Face to face, man. OMGLX says, how long before we rechristen Roger as Rojima?
I hate that.
Think about it.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Let it sink in.
I'm gonna think about it.
Nightlife 2025 says, did Roger quiet quit?
That's the big question.
That's the conversation people are having.
Minds.
Yeah.
I think we can get him back if we can, get him in for this Kojima thing,
Yeah.
I think so too. Bander SN says, get rid of scores and switch to beef carcass ratings.
Okay.
Bonanza is a prime. Prime 4 is a choice. Air Riders is a select. It won't be confusing at all.
I love it.
I love that.
I fucking love it.
Clawmaster says, since you're wanting some good since we are on a downer today, just wanted to send you folks some sweet, nasty love. Thank you so much. Nitro 3940 says, if Eidos lives long enough to make a game, what would you want? I want Deus Ex. That's my answer. Give me another Deus Ex.
I want Guardians 2.
Shadow Slain says, love the KF Awards. Odds of a Sarah Bond category for most headlines generated.
Damn. I think that this is going to be, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because you and Greg are the ones kind of leading this up, but this is not snarky. This is very celebratory.
Very celebratory. It's also like a very small thing, right? Like it's going to be, I think right now it's planned for the last KFGD of the year, and it is us just giving shout outs to the people that really work hard in this industry. And so, yeah, this isn't going to be that. Smileys, however, you'll want to.
Yeah, Smileys.
Smileys will be a fun time. Let's see. Phil the Trucker says, take away your scores and just rate games. Good, bad, or greatest hits. T-Pate says, imagine if musicians were given bonuses for a higher pitchfork score. That's what's happening with Metacritic in games, and it stifles unique art. I 100% agree. I don't like the idea of like bonuses based off of Metacritic scores, and also like people fucking losing their jobs because the game did too low on Metacritic. I don't think that's how shit should work. Shadow Slain says, all I'm saying is if every game I look forward to isn't a 10 out of 10, what's the point of journalism? There you go. Alex says, what are you sipping on today, Tim? Happy Wednesday.
Ice coffee. It's always the same.
And then Zeke Speak says, bless, how was D&D? Tell us everything, you fucking nerd. D&D was really fun. It was a little bit tough because I'm jumping into a campaign that's already been going. And so this is their, I think, third session, maybe third or fourth session. It was fun creating my character. I showed up early so I could actually fill out a character sheet. I'm playing as a fire genasi named Cole. He's like a fire elemental, Tim.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
He's like the genasi. I don't know enough about Bionicles. Just that they were cool.
Man, that is the saddest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah.
I feel like
shout out to Bionicle, the Golden Mask in an alternate timeline would have been Blessing's favorite childhood
entire
movie.
personality, man. Like real talk, up until this moment, I would have been convinced you had a Bionicle tattoo.
No, I had a singular Bionicle, and I hated building it, honestly. I don't know why. Like they were just weird to put together. I hated it as a kid, honestly. But they seemed all right. Like when they
seemed all right.
When I saw them
like cool guys.
When I see them on TV, when I saw them on TV as a kid, I was kind of like, It seems cool. Well, I was like, all right, they're doing too much a little bit, but
yeah, they were doing too
Bionicles were just doing too much. I think that was the big thing for me.
I've never been a Lego Technic guy. The moment you get all crazy, I'm like, but Bionicles
Were getting crazy,
cool,
but they were cool. But they was like, you're getting a little bit too crazy for me. But yeah, like, you know, joined up with the main crew and the D&D thing. And I got shot in the shoulder because basically the way they introduced me was like their crew was hanging out at a camp or whatever, and then I was like kind of like a shadowy figure that was like hanging out behind a tree, and somebody had rolled for perception or whatever, and they didn't roll high enough, so they just saw me as a shadowy figure. They didn't see like who I was.
And then you start shooting at the tree,
dude. Fucking Eric. Eric is not his name in the game. His name in the game is Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Yeah,
okay,
he's like a tough dwarf. Cannonball saw me and was like, I want to shoot it, and I was like, oh shit, you know, because they don't know it's me. I'm just sitting there like waiting to make my entrance, and so they shoot me. They fucking roll, I believe, a nat 20, and so their shot connects. It hits me for 10 HP or whatever, and so now I'm like, well, the DM's like, all right, introduce yourself or whatever. Or like, what do they see?
What's your name?
And I'm like, they see me fucking bleeding out my shoulder is what they see. And so it wasn't a great introduction to the crew, but I'm looking forward to the next session.
That's a fun, that's a memorable introduction.
It is a memorable introduction.
Yeah. So it's Cannonball. Who are you?
Cole. I'm Cole. So I'm the fire genasi. So basically a fire elemental. I named it Cole because Cole
okay.
produces fire. Come on.
Oh, I thought you named him after Cole the dog. Because now that's just who I think your character looks like now. Is just Cole.
No, he's like, think like look. Bear, look up what a fire genasi looks like.
Genasi.
Genasi. Genasi.
Genasi with a G, man.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have started there.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. And it's cool. The Genasi, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Avatar, Last Airbender.
Okay, so imagine this, Tim, but
a
wiener dog shaped.
Yeah, dude.
They basically have different elements. So you can be the water. It's like the Last Airbender, water, fire, earth, whatever the fourth, air, wind, whatever it is. But yeah, D&D was fun. I look forward to the next one. We ended on a really good cliffhanger. So fucking rift opens in the sky.
Whoa.
Hands coming out, ripping the rift open. It's a battle scene.
It's cool.
It's really fun.
It's cool.
It's a really good time.
I'm stoked for you.
Story number 3. Saudi Arabia will own 93. It's not funny. It's a really serious story. It's just a transition. Saudi Arabia will own 93% of EA when the deal is done. This is from Ethan Gotch at Kotaku. When the dust settles on the $55 billion leveraged buyout of Electronic Arts, Saudi Arabia will be its only true owner, despite a consortium of investors being involved in the deal, including President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The public investment fund will control 93% of the company, according to filings with Brazil's antitrust regulator. As reported by the Wall Street Journal, this is the reverse of what you might usually expect for one of these deals, where a sovereign wealth fund is one of the smaller players in a buyout led by a private equity. The stakes of the other partners, Silver Lake and Affinity, are set to be 5.5% and 1.1%, respectively. It's unclear what the point of their putting up money is at all, other than to help grease the wheels of a foreign takeover. Both Silver Lake and Affinity already get some of their own investment funds from Saudi Arabia. According to the New York Times and others, Saudi Arabia's finances have grown increasingly shaky in recent years, with the public investment fund pulling investments out of several other U.S. companies. Maybe that's why it's relying on $20 billion in loans to make the EA deal work. That high-interest debt will need to be serviced, either through big bets on AI revolutionizing game publishing, or, more likely, big budget cuts and studio sell-offs.
Yep.
It continues.
Yep, it does. And here we go. That last line there. That high interest debt will need to be serviced either through big bets on AI revolutionizing game publishing, or more likely big budget cuts and studio sell-offs.
Yeah.
That's a line we're going to be talking about a lot the next couple of years.
We're going to be talking about it a lot. And honestly, 10 years from now, games industry going to look a lot different also.
Oh, yeah.
I think as far as who's still around, what people are doing, like this is going to have a big impact on EA. And I hope, I want to say I hope it doesn't, but I don't even know if
There's just no way it won't. There's just simply no way that there's no good news here.
Yeah.
There's just no good news here about any of the teams at EA, any of the projects at EA.
Yeah.
It's very concerning.
Story number 4. Call of Duty is underperforming in 2025, an analyst says, citing burnout, creative decisions, and AI slop. This is Eddie at GameSpot. According to one analyst, Call of Duty as a franchise is underperforming in 2025 due to a variety of factors. Reese Elliott of Alinea Analytics said in an interview that some of the factors that he believes are contributing to Call of Duty's decline include community burnout, questionable creative and business decisions by Activision and Microsoft, and strong competition. In terms of the competition, Elliott called out Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders, along with Fortnite, which recently had a popular Simpsons season. Somebody outside just fucking, I don't know what's going on out there. Oh, it might just be ice. Which recently, it sounded like somebody fell
cubes, over. Not the bad one.
Oh, no, yeah, ice cubes. So he's using an ice machine, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which recently had a popular Simpsons season and launched its positively received Chapter 7. Well, Xbox dropped the ball on the wrong year, as this year saw some of the most exciting shooter releases in years, Elliott told Eurogamer. Attention is scarce. Elliott went on to say that players are becoming increasingly dissatisfied with Call of Duty's lack of innovation. Prior to Black Ops 7's release, Elliott said people would buy Black Ops 7 even if they complained about a lack of innovation, because many people buy new Call of Duty games yearly as part of autopilot purchasing. Elliott also predicted that Black Ops 7 would outsell Battlefield 6, but he made this prediction prior to the release of both games. Elliott also pointed out that Call of Duty's turn toward more Fortnite-like cosmetics and non-military character skins like Beavis and Butthead and Nicki Minaj.
I love that. What a blunder that was, just in the sense that Beavis and Butthead and Nicki Minaj will forever be like the second sentence when people are talking about Call of Duty.
Yes.
Like, it's kind of like Mercedes-Benz in Mario Kart. Like, there's just something so weird about it that, like, you're not ever going to be able to get to shake that.
Legitimately, anytime I think about what Call of Duty is nowadays, I picture Nicki Minaj every single time. I'm not joking. Continuing on the article, those things have alienated a significant portion of the fan base who prefer a more grounded military aesthetic. For what it's worth, Black Ops 7 does not feature the same kind of wacky and over-the-top skins that Black Ops 6 had, in part because Activision said it heard concerns that Call of Duty had strayed from its identity. Warzone, however, still has those kinds of skins. For Black Ops 7 specifically, Elliott said the game's co-op campaign was a major point of criticism, while the game's use of AI slop was a sore spot for some. Beyond all this, Elliott said the marketing for Black Ops 7 was pretty abysmal and underwhelming, while the game's formal reveal event at Call of Duty Next was messy and did little to excite the community.
Yeah. There's a lot of shooters out there, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Battlefield 6 was the one that all of the pre-release numbers we heard of the expectations were like, y'all need to expect better because that's crazy. You're never going to hit those things. And of course, they didn't hit those numbers. But Battlefield 6, bottle count's doing very well, right?
Yeah.
And you add on the surprise hit of Arc Raiders, like really kind of dominating that multiplayer space. Like in a direct one-to-one, my boys group text chat that plays Call of Duty Warzone all the time, they're playing Arc Raiders now.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, that's because Arc Raiders has that positive word of mouth that is speaking to that audience of gamers, right? Mm-hmm. And Call of Duty, I do think, has this weird up and down. It feels like they always do. I'll never commit it to memory of like what studio's working on what games and all that stuff. So out of my wheelhouse. But it does kind of feel like it's, if not an every other year thing, it's somewhere around that, right? Because I just feel like last year, Call of Duty was a hit,
and that was the previous Black Ops. Which I think they're trying to shift towards more of like here's the big release. Now here's kind of a follow up on it. That's more of like expansion,
a traditional sequel from back in the day.
Yeah, but we treat it like a full thing, and so now it's like we're judging these against each other. And last year's thing felt full fledged and big and polished and all this stuff, and now this thing feels like DLC for the last thing a little bit in ways that don't feel as exciting.
Let's offer it on Game Pass day one.
Yeah. Because like my question is, I'm looking this up as I speak, right? Black Ops games usually developed by Treyarch. Was Black Ops 7 also Treyarch? Yeah, okay, it was. So then it's like, are they putting out 2 games like back to back? Because that's usually not how it goes, right? Usually it is, all right, here's Treyarch's thing. Here's
Infinity
Ward's thing, right? And then they had a third one in there.
Avalanche?
No, not Avalanche. Raven? Not Raven. Maybe
Raven. Right?
There's another Call of Duty studio.
Raven, I think, does support on the story stuff, but there's another one.
Sledgehammer. Yeah. And like, okay, cool. That gives us 3 years to work on the next thing. It feels like they've been shaking that up in a way that I don't know if
I think it's all just blending.
It is.
It really just feels like they're just like blending. They're coming up with new Roman numerals. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, like Spartan in chat says all Activision studios now make COD.
Yeah,
and that's what it feels like.
It's just Call of Duty. It doesn't really feel like there's unique identities as much anymore to the projects.
Raven makes Warzone is what chat is saying. Thank you. Story number 5. The marathon art issue has been resolved. This comes directly from a tweet from, I think it's pronounced Anti-Real. There's a lot of numbers and letters, but I think it's Anti-Real. This was the person that they plagiarized the art from in Marathon. They tweeted out, "The Marathon art issue has been resolved with Bungie and Sony Interactive Entertainment to my satisfaction."
Fuck yeah, dude.
I
don't know what this means. I hope that it's so awesome.
They got paid.
But I mean, I hope that it means like what I hope it means. But what a baller fucking way. Can you bring that tweet up again?
Yeah, bring it up.
Oh, the Marathon art issue has been resolved with Bungie and Sony Interactive Entertainment to my satisfaction.
Yeah. How many zeros are in that satisfaction?
Oh my God.
How many commas you got in that satisfaction? Oh man, I know he got paid. Man, I want this to happen to me. I need to start making art and then pray that somebody steal this shit, man.
Damn,
good for you.
This might be my favorite thing that we've read on this show since that guy that was straight up calling out Nintendo, being like, fucking find me.
Find me. And then they found him, I'm pretty sure. Fucking goddamn. Tim?
Oh, man.
The bag that this person got, I'm sure is gigantic. But if I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go?
You go to our last story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small news items that you need to know about.
Story number 6 is Wii News. Scrap Daddies has been announced. Grab your best friends and dive into the colorful, vibrant, and violently chaotic world of Scrap Daddies, a new looter shooter from Other Ocean. This is a game that Jared Petty is working on.
Oh,
he
cool.
sent this to us because he watches the show, of course, and all y'all know who Jared Petty is. He wanted us to talk about it and show it off.
Hell yeah.
And so here's the trailer for Scrap
Here it
Daddies.
is.
You're watching
Scrap Daddies, everybody.
Looks kind of cool, actually. There you go. Check it out on Steam if you want to check out more, or if you want to wishlist it. MLB The Show Mobile has been announced for Android and iOS.
Dude, I've been thinking so much about NBA The Run.
Yeah?
I followed them on Twitter, and I just keep seeing the same trailer they're posting over and over.
Yeah.
Every time, I'm like,
every time it gets you. Dude,
oh, man.
They got Bobito Garcia. DJ Cucumber Slice.
This is all we need.
That's all I've asked for.
Real talk, this might be the thing.
Fingers crossed. I hope so. I really hope so. From Automaton via Noble, Yuji Horii got asked if Chrono Trigger is getting a remake anytime soon, and Horii answered, quote, "Wait, if I say that, you'll figure it out. Don't ask. Asking is off limits. I'll get in trouble."
Come on, man. I love it. I fucking love it.
Why would you say that?
I know. It's just so...
People are weird, man.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Just say no comment.
Just say no comment.
You know
Because
what I
you
mean?
say that, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, damn, we're getting Chrono Trigger remake,
But
huh?
real talk, there's no way we're not getting Chrono Trigger remake. There's no way. Inevitably, at some point, we're going to get that game in HD 2D style. It has to happen.
Sense.
And when you look at everything Square has said about its multi-platform plans and its IP and what its strategies, they're pumping out these Octopath Traveler games.
Dude, they're
getting to Chrono Trigger.
They're pumping out these HD 2D things, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love this era that we're in. We're going to talk about
Honestly,
Octopath Traveler 0 in a bit.
I would love... This would be a different direction because we talked about the HD 2D for Chrono Trigger forever, right? But wouldn't it be cool if they find success in like is it Dragon Quest also Square, right? Yeah. If they find like success in like people enjoying this Dragon Quest 7 reimagined, and it also being the same original artist with Toriyama, right? Like I think it would be cool to see it in that art style as well. Get weird with it.
Yeah. The game, I don't know. The Chrono Trigger needs to look like Chrono Trigger, which looks like HD 2D.
Yeah. I want this to happen. Also, I'm still on this response that he
Everybody, can you just YouTube Frog's theme? Just listen to that today.
And then
That's your assignment.
After that, listen to Secret of the Forest.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what it's called? That's what it's called, right? Yeah. I forgot where I heard
listen to Gato's theme too, you know?
I haven't even played all the way through Chrono Trigger, and I still love the soundtrack. Our next Wii News comes from Jeff Keighley on Twitter, who tweeted, "Next Thursday, Evanescence joins us to perform Afterlife
Fuck yeah.
from the Netflix series Devil May Cry.
Let's fucking go. I love every single thing about that. I love that the Devil May Cry series is getting love.
Yep.
So overlooked. It's going to fucking win. I hope it wins because Sonic got robbed.
I hope they also perform Bring Me to Life just because.
Just for fun.
Just because,
Throw it
yeah.
in
It's
there.
like we're here. We're on stage anyway. With all the
Afterlife kicks ass. This is rad.
This is really cool. Nintendo added music volume control to Mario Kart World. Barrett, can you play this video?
Yeah, hold on. So let's go here, and then we're gonna bring this down.
This is coming off of the new Mario Kart World update patch where they talked about all the changes.
Let me get out a full screen here. This comes from kzexcellent.live on BS. That's Blue Sky, Tim.
Hi, everybody. They added a new section to the settings for Mario Kart World with this brand new patch 6 months after the game came out that not only tells you what song's playing, but also some volume sliding options. I want to test it out. See what they got going on.
It's crazy that they didn't have a volume slider before.
Oh man, we got main theme. We got the titles up there. Let's hit the settings here. See if we can find this volume slider. What? Normal? Loud.
2 options. For music volume.
Nintendo is the funniest company of all time.
That's
This is the
fucking
biggest
crazy.
WND ever.
That's
What
fucking
the
nuts.
hell, y'all?
So, I guess for even more context, right? Like Nintendo, Mario Kart World, there's a culture around Mario Kart World, specifically around its soundtrack, where people want to fucking like just post the soundtrack, right? Hey, let us mess with the volume sliders, maybe put down the sound effects all the way down so I can just listen to the music.
Yeah.
Or
Choose a song.
Even let me choose the song. They did add the song titles to the game, which is cool.
Thank you.
But you know,
It has been fun to see the official names of these things. That
Yeah,
people have
right?
Just given like YouTube names to so far.
any video game, I'll say most video games you play have sliders for volume for the different things.
Yeah.
Nintendo, for some reason, just doesn't want to give that to you. Instead, they finally patch it. And what do? They give you a normal option for music volume and a loud option.
That is
Not even a quiet.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. God.
Weird company.
Yeah, so fucking weird. I will say though, this is an exciting update just because they're making changes well beyond what I expected them to. Obviously not this music thing. This is a disaster. But they're changing up the intermission. Like the in between the different
Tracks.
core tracks
Courses,
or whatever.
yeah.
It's like they're adding a ton more stuff to like make it a lot more fun. And I'm like, I didn't expect them to like change the world.
Yeah, I honestly I want to jump back in and see what it's all about.
Seems like they haven't fully did it. They just said to some of them. It's not to all of them, but it's like if they're willing to do that and planning to continue to like evolve the world, I did not see that coming based on how they've been treating this $80 game so far. $80.
With no support.
$80. I got a
follow-up content.
I got a pitch for end of year. Kart triathlon. All right, it's for a stream because I would also like to revisit Mario Kart. We do the Kart triathlon where we play Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Kirby Air Riders all in one stream. And it's like I don't know how to format
love
it
it,
yet,
though.
but we got to get through all the games.
I want it to
somehow.
be like a relay race.
Yeah. Mike, get on it.
Figure it out.
Figure it out, Mike. If you need help, let me know. And that is it for Wii News. I want to shout out some super chats before we get out of here. DJ Kento writes in and says, if Mario Kart 8 was upgraded to 4K and 120 hertz, how often would you pick up Mario Kart World over Mario Kart 8 4K?
Never.
The Mario, I can't wait. There's so many conversations about Mario Kart that are going to be coming up in the future. I just think it's so funny that it's like, yo, we're in 6 months of Mario Kart World. We're talking about a game that had 10 years to become what it was.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to take a while for Mario Kart World to be the thing that you're like, yeah, if you had to pick a choose between the two, especially if it was 4K 120, it's like, yeah, you go for like the way more complete package.
Yeah. I mean, they do have
$80
the...
goddamn dollars.
What's the
I mean, not even the package itself. Just in terms of gameplay feel as well. Like I would choose 8 over.
The thing is though, Barrett, and like I'm totally get what you're saying, and I agree to a certain extent. I also just think that the way that you're talking about the game, it's so different. I don't think most people are even picking up.
No,
Mario
I know,
Kart.
and that's fair.
People
That's
are
fair.
The Mario Kart World
But
conversation.
there are sickos like me, Tim.
I know, I get it, and I'm a sicko like you too. So it's like I'm right there, and I'm Dude, fingers
Where
crossed.
is 200cc for
They
this
still don't have
fucking
it?
video game that feels so goddamn slow because the roads are so wide and you feel like you're going 5 miles an hour constantly? Where is it?
Fair point. I like Knockout Tour, so
Yeah.
I'd pick
That's
up
a fun
World
mode.
for a
That's a
Knockout
fun
Tour.
mode.
Yeah. And if they added Knockout Tour to 8 Deluxe somehow by some magic, oh man, that's a perfect video game. It's a perfect video game. Yeah, Joshy Frog says, listen to Frog's theme. AK Dot says, our DM plan to introduce Cole. Oh, this is who AK Dot is the homie Asen, who I played D&D with last night. He says, our DM planned to introduce Cole as a badass to help us in combat. Then one of our players threw a curveball, leading to getting hit with a javelin.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's honestly the most you way to get introduced to a game, I feel like. Ah, shit, I got shot.
It was memorable.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I need to get this fucking javelin on my shoulder. Average Joe says, good morning. Love getting a video message from y'all during my Spotify's Wrapped this morning. Keep up the great work.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to work. They asked us to record a message for Spotify Wrapped, and we did.
Yep.
And I submitted it. I'm like, we'll fucking see. But seems like tons of people are getting it.
It's so funny because I looked at my Spotify Wrapped and I saw a message from one of the podcasts I listened to, and then it triggered in my brain of like, oh, that's how ours is going to pop up. Ah, shit. That's crazy. We should put more effort into that. we maybe should have edited that or something. I don't know. Like, did Greg just like fucking hit record and then hit stop and send it through?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's
they
fine.
gave us very, very clear parameters of like 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah. But yeah, once I saw the one for the podcast I watched, I was like, oh, damn, they put so much work into
Oh,
theirs.
shit. Okay, damn.
Right. Hey, it is what it is. Nightlife says, I don't know what this means. Hellraiser Revival / sex horror / video game. Check it.
I think this is one of those maps. 3 words into a map.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. But
Barrett, put sex horror in the map, see what happens.
you're saying sex horror, but it
Sex
does sound like
horror.
you're saying sex horror.
I know. I can't say those two words separately. Yeah.
I don't think anybody can.
Barrett, look
You
up
know?
sex horror.
Or members.
For me.
I think that it also just might be them using an example of like other games that are allowed on these platforms, but weirdly, Horses is the small indie game is being targeted, even though a bunch of other games do similar shit on these platforms.
Jeff Bull Jr. says, super chatting to get KF to play and review a Bionicle game, specifically Blessing. I feel like he'd be doing too much though. You know, you get in and it's like too many button combos. I don't know how any of these mechanics work. Bionicles just be doing too much. Dude, keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. You know, fucking.
Plus, he
keep
wants to kiss the
keep
Bionicle.
it
Hey man, it is
Bionicle.
simple. There's a golden mask. It makes you cool as shit.
I was so confused for such a long time as a kid with a Bionicle. I was like, how the fuck do I put this shit together? Like, what the fuck is this thing? Zeke Speak says, I wrote Bionicle fanfic in college. So cool. How many super chats do we need?
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that makes me so happy.
How many super chats do we need for y'all to stream Mask of Light movie or play a Bionicle game?
Honestly, like I've been tooling. I want to try to figure out a thing where we react to stuff, and I often am thinking about me and you. In my mind, when I'm thinking about us reacting to shit, it's the two of us.
Of course.
And yeah, I want to fucking react to the goddamn Bionicle movie. Why not?
I mean,
that
I'm
and
down.
the Crystal Coconut
Legend of the
movie,
Crystal Coconut,
we
we
have
gotta
to do.
That'll be the three of us
for
at some
sure.
point. I don't know
And-
when it's happening, but we'll do it.
In terms of Bionicle game, when I used to Twitch stream regularly during the work from home era, one of my chat members was really into Bionicle and sent me a physical Bionicle game, but I forget if it's for the PS2 or GameCube. I'm just saying, if we get one of those backwards compatible PS3s,
Greg
we can play
Haslam.
that shit.
I love that. I had a Bionicle game on Game Boy Advance.
Damn. Maybe Bionicles were more popular than I gave them credit for. Because, like, the fact that we're getting multiple super chats about
Yeah, dude.
people playing
People
Bionicle
get
game.
weird about Bionicles in a
Really?
good way. Like I kind of really
It's
respect.
like
it.
Andy with
Like,
dinosaurs.
I don't. It is like Andy with dinosaurs. That's actually a really good point. But it's like kind of Sonic levels.
No shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
more niche Sonic,
More
but
niche,
like
of course, yeah.
it's the energy. The energy people give Sonic, they also give Bionicles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what it was with Bionicles were just like, they were there.
sexy. A lot of holes.
I mean, a lot of like, can you bring up an image of a Bionicle, Barrett? Nigel Martin 35 says,
Ted, I
bless,
didn't say what I just said. I take it back.
bless-
I regret that.
some things you just gotta leave out there. Some things I just don't
Especially with
acknowledge.
this image I'm about to bring up.
I'm not wrong.
I mean, yeah, that is a lot of holes. By
God, that was the crew though.
Yeah, man.
Look at them.
I had the Arctic one, the white. Oh
Wait.
God, he was my guy.
Yeah, I had the black one in the back, and I think I think the blue one as well.
I had the white and the blue, and I would mix them.
Oh,
I would
cool.
have 2 white and blue that looked different.
I think I always knew this, but I wiped it from my brain that Bionicle was a Lego product.
Yeah.
Were they always a Lego product?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
It was Lego trying to like grow up with the kids, and it fucking worked.
Mm.
Because I was a
we
kid,
gotta watch
and
this.
then I was a man playing with Bionicles.
A hero will be revealed, bless.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't do much for me. This doesn't do much for me at all.
All right,
If
you and me,
anything,
Tim. We'll
I
do
want to
it.
run away from whatever that is.
oh, you're gonna love it.
And that is it. I forget if I read this one from Nigel Martin, who says, "Bless play Daft Punk Experience on Fortnite." We'll see. What class is Cole? Says Jeffrey Kirby. Barbarian. Yeah, Barbarian. I think that's it. Barbarian, Fire Genasi. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but yeah. Real
Did you
strong.
just learn the word Genasi last night?
Yes.
Good for you. I just learned it today. So
Aaron says Mario Kart and 3D Mario will be the same game soon. And then that sounds like a warning. I don't know. That's And then Cody, we'll close out with this one from Cody, who says 16,000 minutes of listening to KFGD this year. Thanks for all the entertainment over the years. Cheers to many more. Love you guys.
thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Let's hop into You're Wrong, where you write in and let us know what we got wrong as we got it wrong so we can correct
Don't
it for
fuck
those
with us
watching
today.
later.
I'm telling you. I don't have the energy.
Somebody says, not a You're Wrong, but additional context. Yuji Horii is infamous for saying things he shouldn't.
Awesome.
There you go.
Sky says the artist related to the Bungie story is a woman, not a man. The artist
Oh, cool.
that's making money. Good for her.
Good for her.
Make that money. Hope you're satisfied.
I misread Bungie's Bionicle, and I was like, the artist of Bionicle is a woman? Why is that relevant? But thank you. Yes. I hope she got the bag, dude. Missed out today. Guild Wars Reforged is out on PC and Steam. We usually don't do out today, but I'll take it. And then that's it. Everything else is not You're Wrong. We got shit to do after this.
We do.
They're going to talk about movies.
2026, baby. It's me. It's Nick. It's Joey.
And then it's an Octopath review for Traveler 0. And then it's going to be a stream playing Elden Ring Nightreign.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily, where each and every weekday we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free and get a daily exclusive show. Enjoy everything after this, and until next time, Game Daily.